Spring has sprung, and it's not only time to clean out your garage, but it's time to clean out your finances. And here to talk with me about this is Haley Tulitsky from Cook Capital. Haley, welcome.
Hi, Bob.
So spring has sprung. My garage is cleaned out, but we need to work on our money.
Great point. Yeah, so we finally made it through what feels like a really long winter. I know the sun's out, it's a lot warmer. We made it through taxes. And so now it's kind of like this now what? So you're cleaning out your house, you're getting rid of old things that you no longer need. And so now's a really great time to just check in on your finances as well. So in this article, I just lay out 4 really easy things that you can do. It should take less than an hour just to check in on your finances and make sure you're good to go for the summer season that's coming.
All right. So what's step 1?
Yeah, so step 1 is to just review your budget for inflation changes. So last month, they announced that inflation hit 8.5%, which is just really high. And so I'm sure that you felt the cost of living increases, whether that's through rent, groceries, gas, travel. It kind of just seems to be everywhere. So I really recommend reviewing your budget from the last 3 months to see if any adjustments need to be made. I know that I personally had to increase my budget line for groceries and gas just because the cost of everything is so expensive. So I always recommend using a budgeting app. It's really easy to do. Just review that and make sure that everything's good to go there. And then also, you probably are going to be traveling a little bit more this summer, hopefully, than the past few years as the pandemic kind of cools down. So make sure you're accounting in those expenses as well so they don't pop up and surprise you when the summer season hits.
All right. Step 2.
Yeah, so next, kind of going along with your budget, is you want to evaluate your cash flow. So having a budget is great, but it's really not all that important. What's really important is understanding what's coming into you, what's going out as expenses, and do you have a surplus of cash flow or a negative deficit in cash flow each month? And so if you have a surplus, that's awesome. Make sure that you're putting those dollars to work for you, whether that's investing in the stock market, saving for other financial goals, or paying down debt. If you've noticed that you've had a negative deficit cash flow over the last couple of months, that's okay. Like I said, the cost of everything has really increased. But you want to review and see if, one, are there any expenses that you can cut back on? So food, housing, and transportation are the 3 largest expenses for most people. So if you could cut back in one of those key areas, it could make a really big difference in your cash flow. If not, that's okay. Maybe consider picking up a side hustle, a second income, or negotiating a raise at work or switching careers. You don't always have to just cut back. You can also increase your income. That's often a lot easier to do.
Mm-hmm. So step 3 relates to one of my favorite topics, subscriptions.
Yes. So if you have any unused subscriptions that you're not using, now is a great time to cancel those, whether it's streaming services that you were using during the pandemic, different memberships that you're no longer using. That's a really easy way to get some dollars back in your budget each month. And also, you want to make sure that you're automating your finances whenever possible. That's one of my favorite tips. It just allows you to be lazy. It makes life a lot easier. So make sure that you're automating your finances when possible, whether that's setting up automatic transfers from your checking to your savings account, automatically contributing to your 401k or other retirement accounts, and auto paying your bills as well. So that way you don't have to remember to pay those each month.
Yeah. And then step 4 is a great one as well.
Yeah, last one is just checking in on your credit score. So you can go to annualcreditreport.com and check your credit score for free. See if there's anything you can do to improve it, whether that's paying off any old debts that you have or increasing your credit limits that you currently have on your cards. And you also may want to consider freezing your credit. And so when you freeze your credit, it's free to do. It doesn't affect your credit score, but it prevents new accounts from being opened in your name. So it really helps prevent against fraudulent activity. All you need to do is go to the 3 major credit bureaus. The websites are the links to the websites are in the article. And you just go on. It's really easy. You create a username and password, freeze your credit. Just remember to save those username and passwords because you're going to need that to unfreeze your credit if you want to open new lines of credit in the future.
Well, Haley, these are like 4 painless, easy ways to clean your finances. Anything we missed or anything that just bears reemphasizing?
No, that covers it all. Yeah, I think you said it best. These are really easy things to do, but they're going to really help you get on track to achieve your financial goals.
Yeah. Well, Haley, as always, thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom with our readers and viewers. It is so greatly appreciated.
Happy to help.